Never again. What happened to me, my mother and grandmother, should never happen to any woman and girl again. My name is Makoni. What an honor to be selected to be among 5 great women from Africa for the African Goddess Award. I thank you everybody who has been supporting and voting for me. This time I really have the determination to make it to the final 3. I'm coming here to speak to your hearts about my passion so that generations and generations of women and girls to come can be inspired. I started my activism at age 6. I was a child vendor who fell victim to rape. I was out on the streets every night trying to sell so that my mother and my siblings could have a survival. But unfortunately, that tragic situation fell against me. In my neighborhood, we knew our homes as war zones. Our fathers beat our mothers. In 1981, I lost my mother to domestic violence. It was a big blow as I stopped being a daughter. Something in me told me I was not a victim but victorious. I made it to top best school for girls in Zimbabwe, and through hard work, going every holiday to work for my school fees, I completed my education. I went to the University of Zimbabwe, and thereafter I was deployed to teach in a high-density suburb in the neighborhood where I grew up. I noticed the girls were late to school and many days they never turned out. I really wanted girls to attain education because I knew by so doing they were breaking vicious cycles of poverty and violence. 10 girls heeded my call to come for a girls' club. It started spilling over to neighboring schools and then to villages. We won the support of schools, parents and traditional leaders. And it was a rare win in a patriarchal system to have a girl stand up to speak. As we carried out the work, I noticed so much suffering was going on. Girls were dropping out of school. They had nothing to use during menstruation and they resorted to sticks which they imitate for tampons as well as old rags. Teachers in school raped girls and turned classrooms into bedrooms. There were so many harmful cultural practices. Religious syndicates in churches married girls as young as 10 years old. Like for instance, girls who were aged 10 could be forced to just stand up and a man would say, "The Holy Spirit gave me this girl last night," and then she had to be force marched to a bedroom. I really set up an organization that provided a holistic empowerment, a platform for girls to meet through girls empowerment clubs, advocate and lobbying for girl child friendly laws and policies, community development on the girl child, because I really wanted communities to change their mindsets and treat boys and girls equally. What I am now is that I have grown so big. Girl Child Network is set up and it has been a journey. I now have a dream to set up a girls empowerment fund to support all networks of girls who formed in Sierra Leone, Uganda, South Africa and also Zimbabwe. Resources are not easily accessible and the fund I'm setting up seeks to give to the most invisible girl and one who would not otherwise exist. I work with many passionists and all they need are resources. Girl Child Network stretches from my little village in Zimbabwe and goes all over the world. It is the way to go. Girls coming together to solve problems, as I know there is potential and missed opportunities. The world made me visible and I was honored as a hero. But then it is time for me to bring girls who think they are at zero to hero. Celebrities like Nicole Kidman have raised their voice, but also your vote today is endorsing this vision that we cannot be only in our small villages in Africa. We have to be part of a global movement. The path to be recognized and supported is very hard, but each one of you voting for me is also making a statement. You want this vision to continue and you believe, since I've helped thousands of girls, I can also continue to help millions of girls. Never again shall girls fail to reach womanhood and be held as sex slaves. Your vote to me is a vote for never again. Once I am voted, I'm out to show the world that African women and girls are not victims but victorious. Thank you, African Goddess Award team. Thank you, friends and supporters.